In a secluded monastery nestled deep within the mountains of Japan, there lived an old Zen master named Kiyoshi. The monastery was renowned for its tranquility and the profound wisdom that emanated from its walls. Students from far and wide came to learn the secrets of inner peace and enlightenment from Master Kiyoshi. One day, a young monk named Haruto arrived at the monastery. Haruto was eager and full of questions, constantly seeking answers to the mysteries of life. Despite his enthusiasm, he struggled to find the peace and clarity that he so desperately sought. His mind was always buzzing with thoughts, and he found it difficult to meditate. Sensing Haruto's restlessness, Master Kiyoshi decided to give him a special task. He instructed Haruto to follow him to the highest peak of the mountains. The journey was arduous, with steep paths and rocky terrain, but Haruto followed his master without complaint. When they reached the peak, Master Kiyoshi pointed to a small, secluded cave and said, "You will stay here for 7 days in complete silence. You will not speak, nor will you interact with anyone. Simply observe and be present." Haruto was surprised but agreed to the task. As he settled into the cave, the silence enveloped him. At first, his mind raced with thoughts and worries, but gradually the stillness began to seep into his soul. On the 3rd day, Haruto noticed the subtle sounds of nature he had never paid attention to before. The whisper of the wind, the rustling of leaves, the distant call of a bird. Each sound became a part of his meditation, grounding him in the present moment. By the 5th day, Haruto's mind had quieted. He felt a deep sense of peace and clarity that he had never experienced before. The silence was no longer oppressive. It was a soothing balm to his restless soul. On the 7th day, Master Kiyoshi returned. He found Haruto sitting calmly, his face serene and his eyes filled with a newfound understanding. "What have you learned?" the master asked. Haruto bowed deeply and replied, "In silence, I found the answers that words could never convey. I realized that peace is not something to be sought externally but discovered within. The silence taught me to listen, not just to the sounds around me, but to my own heart." Master Kiyoshi smiled and nodded. "You have understood well, Haruto. The power of silence is profound. It allows us to connect with our true selves and the universe in a way that words never can." From that day on, Haruto practiced silence regularly, finding strength and wisdom in the quiet moments. He became a revered monk, sharing the teachings of silence with others, guiding them on their own journeys to inner peace. And so, the monastery continued to thrive, a beacon of tranquility and enlightenment, where the power of silence was cherished and revered by all who came to seek its wisdom.